Three bandits neutralized in Taraba as police ASP dies in gunfight. 27 Rivers Assembly lawmakers withdraw impeachment notice against Fubara. NLC urges federal government to address cash scarcity. On the foreign scene, India holds mass burial for victims of ethnic violence. These are the headlines on Trust TV News Update at this hour. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thanks for joining. We begin with security matters. A fierce gun battle between men of the Taraba State Police Command and suspected bandits on the hills of Yoro and Mararaba Kunini in Yoro local government area and Low local government area has resulted in the death of an assistant superintendent of police and 3 bandits. The police public relations officer, Usman Abdullahi, confirmed the development to journalists, saying that the incident happened on Tuesday. Abdullahi said that the invasion of the kidnappers' den by the anti-kidnap team of the state command was to rescue the 23 persons that were kidnapped in the early hours of Tuesday. A third-class monarch, 2 police officers and 20 others were kidnapped on Monday. At the end of the encounter, which lasted for over 30 minutes, 3 amongst the bandits were shot dead, while others escaped with varying degrees of gunshot injuries. The 1 Division Nigerian Army says its troops have neutralized a bandit and recovered arms and ammunition in Sabon Birni, Igabi local government area of Kaduna State. The division's acting deputy director, public relations, Lieutenant Colonel Musa Yahaya, said this in a statement, saying that the incident occurred on December 17 when troops ambushed bandits in the area. Yahaya said that the troops recovered 1 AK-47 rifle and magazine loaded with 15 of 7.62 mm ammunition, a Baofeng radio, and 2 technophones. According to him, the general officer commanding the division, who is also the force commander Operation Wild Punch, Major General Valentine Okoro, applauded the troops for their resilience. In a related development, gunmen have kidnapped an Akwa Ibom State High Court judge, Justice Joy Wana, and her driver, and killed her police escort. It was gathered that the gunmen posed as vigilante operatives on the Uyo-Okobo Road on Monday night, blocking the road and preventing Justice Wana, who was returning from a court sitting in Oron. The gunmen were said to have opened fire, instantly killing policemen attached to the judge, thereafter abducting the judge and her driver. The chairman, Nigeria Bar Association, Oron Branch, Torosco Eyene, who confirmed the incident on Tuesday in Uyo, said that the judge was kidnapped along Okobo axis. Eyene said that members of the NBA have scheduled a meeting with the Commissioner of Police and State Security Service on Wednesday. When the Public Relations Officer, Akwa Ibom State Police Command, SP Odiko Magdon, was contacted, he described the incident as unfortunate, adding that the CP has ordered a discreet investigation into the matter. Now, Justice Inyang Eko of the Federal High Court, Abuja, has granted the request of the alleged terrorist negotiator Tukuru Mamu to have access to his personal physician over alleged deteriorating health condition. In a ruling, Justice Eko ordered that Mamu's medical doctor should be allowed to treat him, subject to the supervision of the Department of State Services team of physicians. Justice Eko, who agreed with the argument of Mamu's counsel, Johnson Usman, asked the federal government's lawyer, David Kaswe, if the defendant was entitled to his own personal physician, and he responded in the affirmative. He subsequently adjourned the case to February 26 to 28, 2024 for continuation of trial. Mamu is standing trial over his alleged relationship with terrorists that were involved in the Kaduna-bound train attack in 2022. He was arrested on September 6, 2022 by Interpol in Cairo, Egypt, on behalf of the Nigerian government. On political matters now, the 27 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly on Wednesday commenced sitting in Port Harcourt, the state capital. The lawmakers, led by Martin Ameule, convened at the House of Assembly quarters. The notice of withdrawal was contained in a letter signed by the 27, although one of them was hospitalized and wasn't in attendance. Ameule said that this was in line with the conflict resolution intervention instituted by the President Bola Tinubu Ahmed. Still in Rivers State, elders of Rivers State comprising former governors, traditional rulers, academia and notable technocrats have rejected the 8-point resolution reached at a reconciliation meeting between Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, and Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara. The group, in a communique issued at the end of its meeting, which lasted into the early hours of Wednesday, said that the directives given by President Bola Tinubu contravene the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The group, in the communique signed by former Governor Rufus Ada George, Chief Anaps Sarah Igbe, former spokesman of the PANDEF Sir GTG Toby, former Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Senator Andrew Uchendu, Senator Ben Birabi, and others, said that a review of President Tinubu's directives for the resolution of the political impasse in Rivers State showed that the directives contravene the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which President Tinubu swore to uphold at all times. The group stated that the directives unilaterally suspended the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria by virtue of an attempt to reverse a court order recognizing Right Honorable Edison Ehi as the Speaker and directing that the remainder of members of the House of Assembly constituted a quorum for legislative business. A former Minister of Labour, Employment and Productivity, Simon Lalong, has been sworn in as the senator representing Plateau South Senatorial District. He was sworn in on Wednesday by the Senate Clerk, Chinedu Akubweze, at the commencement of plenary presided over by Senate President Godswill Akpabio. Here's the report.
Accompanied by the National Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Lalong took the oath of office and allegiance. Lalong's inauguration followed his resignation from the Federal Executive Council, where he served as Labour Minister for about 4 months.
Oath of allegiance. I,
Simon Bakol Lalong,
do solemnly swear
that
I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria,
and
that I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God.
Lalong, previously appointed as a minister and having served as the Director General of the Tinubu Presidential Campaign Council, tendered his resignation following the tribunal's verdict to take up the senatorial seat as the lawmaker representing the Plateau South Senatorial District in the National Assembly. In a similar development, President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, has declared 2 senatorial district seats vacant following resignations of Senators David Umahi and Ibrahim Gaidam. The appointments of Minister of Works David Umahi and Minister of Police Affairs Ibrahim Gaidam in August had rendered the 2 senatorial zones without senators. Akpabio's declaration is in accordance with Section 68, subsection 1D, following the assumption of office as ministers of the government of the Federation by Umahi and Gaidam.
I hereby declare the seats of Ebonyi South Senatorial District of Ebonyi State and that of Yobe East Senatorial District of Yobe State vacant. This declaration is in accordance with Section 68, subsection 1D of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999. Following the assumption of office, as ministers of the government of the Federation by the previous occupants of those two seats, Senator Dave Umahi and distinguished Senator Gaidam Ibrahim. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, may therefore wish to commence the process of conducting by-elections to fill the vacancies immediately.
The declaration would enable the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to conduct elections into Yobe East and Ebonyi South senatorial vacant seats.
The Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, has urged the federal government to quickly address the current cash crunch in the country to alleviate the hardships on its citizens. NLC President Joe Ajero, who said this on Tuesday in a statement, said that the Congress was deeply concerned about the recent cash crunch that had gripped the Nigerian economy. He said the NLC became worried over the development as the nation approached the festive season. According to him, the economic crisis bedeviling the nation has far-reaching implications for the citizens. Ajero alleged that the ill-conceived and ill-implemented currency redesign policy of the immediate past government orchestrated the previous cash scarcity. He lamented that Nigerians now spend more time sourcing for cash, stressing that the development undermines confidence reposed in the Nigerian banking system. Now, Nigerians are reacting to the central bank's directive for commercial banks to freeze bank accounts not linked with National Identification Number (NIN). The Apex Bank's recent pronouncement has unsettled Nigerians, with the deadline set to take effect from April 2024. In this report, Ibrahim Ismail samples the opinion of Abuja residents on the development. The report.
The National Identification Number has become central to data synchronization across government operations as the Central Bank of Nigeria aims to sanitize the unwholesome practice of irregular activities within the financial sector. The introduction of bank verification number was one of the steps taken by the CBN to link bank accounts to individuals as part of a Know Your Customer policy. For some Nigerians, the measures being put in place is a welcome development.
I urge Nigerians to link up their NIN because for security-wise, it's good to link your NIN as a Nigerian. And this is a number that shows that, yes, you are a Nigerian. Yes. Have you linked up yours? I have done that.
Government to try to let people know. They will give us time before they start to disconnect the account.
In typical Nigerian fashion, some residents believe the April 2024 deadline should be extended, alluding to the need for more public awareness for effective implementation.
They have to release information on radio so that some village people, they usually use radio to listen. So they should use radio so that everybody will be aware of that. They know about it. And some people, even though they know about it, they will just forget about it. They don't care about it because there's lack of education sometimes. It's like that.
Although some Nigerians have complained about the difficulties they experience in the process of registration or data modification in enrollment centers of the National Identity Management, some analysts believe linking the NIN with bank account will strengthen security, urging Nigerians to avoid unnecessary complaints.
Now, those people who encounter difficulties, did they document their difficulties? So it's not enough to just say, oh, I experienced difficulties, so I just gave up in the process. Did they document the difficulties? Did they call the attention of the authorities to say, we had so and so level of difficulty in trying to get enrolled? You understand? So that we don't keep on making perpetual excuses for people who are not doing enough to be a part of the process. We need to capture everybody's data.
The standardization of the financial system is signposting the need for adequate sanitization of process which will mitigate illicit activities across board. The last-minute approach by most Nigerians, however, remains a stumbling block in achieving maximum cooperation. Ibrahim Ismail, Trust TV News, Abuja.
You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Coming up shortly. Federal government slashes public transport fare by 50%. This and more after the break. Thanks for staying with us. You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Here's a reminder of our main stories. 3 bandits neutralized in Taraba as police ASP dies in gunfight. 27 Rivers Assembly lawmakers withdraw impeachment notice against Fubara. In other news, the 21st Song of Ogbomosho land, Gandhi Alaoye Orumo Gege, has officially been installed by Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde after receiving the staff of office. This comes 3 months after the selection and appointment of the monarch by the state government. The report.
In an atmosphere that embodies cultural heritage, pride, unity, the official handing over of the staff of office to the 21st Song of Ogbomosho took place in the historic town of Ogbomosho. Song Township Stadium served as a venue for the much-awaited ceremony as eminent personalities, including traditional rulers and political figures, thronged Ogbomosho land. The traditional ruler gratefully accepted the staff of office from Governor Makinde, pledging to uphold the values of traditional institutions in harmony with his vision for the town's future.
Those who reside in Ogbomosho land, let my coronation, let it be a celebration of a collective reaffirmation of our shared destiny. I intend to be a king to serve, irrespective of religion, irrespective of the gender, and irrespective of other things that might differentiate us. The strength of our kingdom lies not in the crown I wear, but in the bonds that bind us together.
The governor, in his congratulatory message, advised those who contested the stool with the king to set aside the differences and unite in supporting the new monarch.
A new authority in Oyo State. It is called the Rule of Law Enforcement Authority. It's with the House of Assembly. It will soon be passed into law, and I want your support and other traditional rulers in Oyo State. Torí pé ìlú tí ò bá sí òfin.
Ogbomosho is on a new trajectory of change and development because of what has been done in the past, but more so because of the profile and the credentials of the new Song of Ogbomosho.
This is my first time, and I'm happy it's happening in my own lifetime too. I'm witnessing it because the time Baba was on the throne, who were in Ghana, we were not here. But you can now see the nooks and crannies of our town since 3 days ago. The way people have been trooping, everybody, almost everybody is. And we now pray to God Almighty to guide him on his father.
With a call of unity echoing through the town of Ogbomosho, a new day has come as the reign of Oba Gandhi Alaoye begins.
President Bola Tinubu on Wednesday approved a 50% slash in price of interstate transport fare for Nigerians traveling during the Yuletide from Thursday, December 21, 2023 to January 4th, 2024. This is as the president approved free rides for commuters on all train services within the period. The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, announced this to State House correspondents at the Aso Villa on Wednesday. Alake says that Nigerians willing to travel can board public transport via minibuses luxury buses at 50% discount of current cost, and all train services on the route trains currently serve at zero cost on their travels this holiday season. Nigeria's total debt rose marginally by 0.61% quarter-on-quarter to 87.91 trillion naira in the third quarter of 2023. This is according to new debt stock data from the Debt Management Office released on Wednesday. According to the data released, total external debt stood at 31.98 trillion naira and domestic debt amounted to 55.93 trillion naira in the period being reported. The DMO says that at 87.91 trillion naira, the total public debt stock represents a marginal increase of 0.61% when compared to the June 30, 2023 figure of 87.38 trillion naira. This trend is explained by the decrease in external debt from $43.16 billion as of June 30, 2023 to $41.59 billion as of September 30, 2023, and a relatively moderate increase of 1.8 trillion naira in the domestic debt. It noted that the servicing of these debts denotes a clear demonstration of the federal government's commitment to honor its debt obligations. Now, away from Nigeria, bodies of 87 people killed during bitter ethnic violence over the past 8 months in India's Manipur state were buried in a mass ceremony on Wednesday, a community leader said. At least 200 people have been killed in the northeastern state since fighting broke out in May between the predominantly Hindu Meitei majority and the mainly Christian Kuki community. Tensions between the two communities have revolved around competition for land and public jobs, with rights activists accusing local leaders of exacerbating ethnic divisions for political gain. The far-flung state has fractured along ethnic lines, with rival militias setting up blockades to keep out members of the opposing community, meaning many families were not able to travel to collect the bodies of their relatives. The remains of the victims had been lying in morgues in the state capital, Imphal, considered a mainly Meitei-dominated area. India's top court last month ordered authorities to cremate or bury the bodies, with the remains of 64 people lifted from Imphal and handed over to their families. The mass burial was held in the Kuki-dominated area of Churachandpur. It followed a burial of 19 bodies last week in Kampoki district. And that's a wrap on the news update. You can watch more via all our social media platforms and also on our YouTube live stream. I am Ayuba Ila. Thanks for watching.